Hi folks, Bob Dale for Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi. We're going to list a truck being bought from a friend today, folks. You know, he sells these trucks fast as he can get them, these diesel trucks, and they're just such values and such bargains. I never do this, folks. Never do this. May never have done this in 10,000 videos, but I'm going to do it one time. I got to try it. This prettiest truck I've ever seen. It's about as new a truck as I've ever seen. It wasn't sitting on the shoulder of the floor, and it's pick proof. Absolutely pick proof. Whoever buys this, I want the most obsessive compulsive. I want the biggest perfectionist in the world to buy this truck because he'll be happy with it. It's a 2012 Ford F250 turbo diesel 4-wheel drive with a Lariat package, heavily equipped. It's got 170,000 miles on it. It's been tuned and deleted. It's got a leveling kit on it, sitting on matching Michelin tires, spares under it, not a rock peck, not a peck. The interior, you can't tell anyone's ever been in it. This is just about the nicest used truck I've ever seen. So for all those folks out there who sit and watch our sales or accidentally find this sale and you go, well, golly bum, they're in Jackson, Mississippi, what the heck, it's probably, you know, I wouldn't be happy and I wouldn't like it and it's not like it's represented to be. Trust me, throw that out the window and be it like this is your best friend or your mama's boyfriend selling it to you, because let's take that back. Your mama's brother, that sounds better.
Your uncle.
Sell it, yeah,
your favorite
selling
uncle.
it to you, because it is that nice. Now, I wasted half our video time extolling this, but we're going to do an extra long video on this because this truck's that nice. Look at it. This truck, I don't know how where the miles got put on it. Obviously, it's just been driven up and down the road. Someone traveled. It doesn't even have bugs. There's no bugs on it. Look at the lights. Look at the paint. And this is a green emerald looking color paint. I don't know what Ford calls it. Look at these buttons, the hooks. Look down here at the valence. Look at the lights on both sides. It's a time, I don't understand this truck. Look underneath here. That's not been painted. That's not been covered up. That's the way it looks. That's the way it came from the factory. These Michelin tires, I'm not weak enough to put a condition on tires because somebody will get unhappy, but I got these Michelins. They are just about as nice a set of Michelins as you're gonna find. I like them. Pretty tires, matching set of Michelins, good tread.
They're 20s.
They've got, they still got tits on them on the side. But now, and this truck is such a pretty color scheme. I liked it. When I first started the business around 70, 69, we call this a forest green, I think.
We've never had this color truck before, ever.
Beautiful. But look in here, folks. Look in this truck. Look at the carpet. Look at the seats. They've not been repaired. They've not been fixed. It's just new. The headliner is perfect.
Got heated and cooled seats.
CD player.
Switches, tow command. Got the, see the pedals. Move in and out. Got memory. Got power folding.
I know we do this all the time. We show you them, but look at this. Look at the kick panels.
It's even got 2 keys, which we never get 2 keys.
Look at the kick panels. Look at this paint. Look in here. It gleams. I hate to get redundant people going, oh. I'm telling you, I want the most picky person in Indiana to buy this. No. You folks, I love you, but Massachusetts people are a little tough to deal with. No, let me go beyond them. California, we boycotted California. We have determined that if you're from California, we can't make you happy. no one can make you happy. That's why the state is so riddled and got so much angst. But I'm not talking, I'm just saying I want somebody from California to buy this truck. They'll love it. Look here.
It's got the inverter with the power outlet in the front and the rear.
Oh, just a second. You shushing me about talking about the angst in California? And you
I'm selling something.
Yeah, okay.
It's got the power sliding rear window. It's got rear defrost. If I can flip this down, it's got the subwoofer back there. Your tool kit for your jacks. Got the little hooks for the child seats.
And by the way, look at all the paint. Look, I mean, there's not even a scratch on the kick panels. So you know, every customer I've ever sold a motorhome to in California agreed with me. They don't understand the angst out there. So we put that to rest. No one, look here. Mr. Ford painted that. You can see under here, look, it's got an expensive turnover ball. Whether or not you ever need it or not, folks, it's there, and if you ever do, it saves you about $1,500.
Well, look under here, even the behind the rear wheels isn't pecked up and
look at here,
pinged up.
This is the original spray-in bed liner, folks, and there's not a mark in it. You can see the turnover ball has never been used. Dan's gonna be cute and show, is it a backup camera?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that. Dan's gonna show you the old folks step. And one of these days I'm gonna demonstrate it. You want me to demonstrate
Push that
it today?
handle.
All right.
Can you get it up? You got it up? All right.
Now, by spring I'll be able to do this because the VA is about to replace both of my knees. Dan's talking me into it, so by spring I'll be able to do this. My God.
Jesus.
There you have it. Look at this bed. Don't show this video because nobody's gonna believe I climbed it. It's new. It's a pretty day here in Mississippi, folks. Look at these trees. And all blooming out, and we'll get a freeze Easter and kill them all. And we've not done this. I mean,
we didn't touch up the frame or detail it under there or anything.
See the pipes, no rust. I mean, anyhow.
Look down the front of the bed. They've never slammed forward into it and dinged it up.
Well, hey, nothing's ever been in the bed.
There's no dents in the bed.
There's no scratches. Nothing's ever been in it. Carpet's new. Got these expensive mats back here, but that carpet's new.
Well, it's like new.
Yeah, I like it.
If you say it's new, somebody's gonna email me. Why'd y'all have to put new carpet in?
Power on both sides.
It's got the books. It's got the spare tire key. It's got the
carpets are like new.
You see the pockets aren't dirty, and both front seats are heated and cooled. And it's got a fresh oil change.
If everyone who will look at this truck was here looking at it, you'd be writing a check. You couldn't keep from writing a check. You could just give that to your daddy to pay, make a payment on the $7 million you owe me.
Sure.
Gosh, folks, I mean, I don't know what anything else said about the truck. It's like new. I mean, you can't pick it. If you have questions about this truck, give Dan a call, 601-720-2857. If you want to know what it takes to buy it, give him a call, 601-720-2857. He'll tell you what it takes to buy it. We're real easy to get along with. I promise you, you can buy this truck, you'll buy this truck $7,000, $8,000 minimum cheaper than you could buy it if your local dealer had it. These trucks are fabulous bargains, folks, that we sell, these diesel trucks. Now, you may go pay about 7, 8 times or 5 times or what else more for a new one. It'll smell better for about 10 days than you just got a truck. This is a wonderful truck. It's beyond description. I mean, I'm out of words, and anything I say now is redundant. It's a perfect truck, folks. It's a 2000 2012 Ford turbo diesel, 4-wheel drive. Got the Lariat package inside and out. It is pick proof. A wonderful paint scheme, matching set of Michelin tires. It's just got it all. And whoever buys this truck, you're welcome. If you fly in and drive it home, I promise you, you'll be tickled to death with it. If in fact you buy it and have it shipped, when it gets there, you'll be real pleased. Whoever buys this truck is just going to be tickled with it. That's all I can tell you. Wonderful truck, 2012 Lariat. Thank you so much for watching our video, folks. We appreciate that more than you know. Look forward to visiting with you about this truck and seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thanks.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive. Before I do, just want to show you a few things under the hood. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how this truck came into us. And you can see how clean it is. It doesn't have that brown staining they get when they've been out mud bogging and stuff. Now I can't swear it, but this looks like one of those Mishimoto radiators that is super expensive. This is not the factory plastic tank radiator. Somebody has spent a ton of money upgrading this radiator for whatever reason. I guess they just wanted better reliability. But you can see it's got a pair of gold batteries, Autocraft batteries, 1114, so they're not very old. The main thing I want to show you is, if I can reach this oil cap, you can see no blow-by. There's just a tiny wisp of smoke, but smoke's not blow-by. My 15 over there with 15,000 miles puts out more smoke than this truck does. The main thing is I can set the cap down, it doesn't blow off. You can see it just sits there. I got the camera held right, I can't really see where I'm pointing. But anyway, that's the main thing. The cap doesn't blow off. If your cap blows off, that means you got blow-by, which blow-by doesn't mean you got a bad engine, but it just means that it's just a sign of wear. So this one doesn't have any. It's hard to overstate just how clean this truck is. Underneath the hood, inside and out. I got to do a little research. You can check the auction for more info on this radiator because somebody has upgraded that radiator. But anyway, we'll shut the hood and you can see, I mean, that's not even a rock pick. That's some that's some tar. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 tiny little rock picks, if that. I mean, they don't get any cleaner than this truck. That's not an exaggeration or anything. This truck is super, super clean. I'm gonna pause it a second while I buckle up. Okay, before we take off, I'm gonna show you a few other features. Of course, got the power fold mirrors, and they also extend. You can see them extending out past the point where my cleanup guy stopped cleaning, but they go in and out. Got the memory settings, automatic headlights. It's got the power adjustable pedals, tilt. Got your steering wheel controls. Got Bluetooth, MP3 player, hill descent control, traction control. Got the you can see 4-wheel drive, electric shift. All that works like it should. Got your upfitter switches if you want to add extra fused items like a winch or extra lights or whatnot. Trailer brake controller, dual zone auto climate. Take it off dual. See, it's a little chilly outside right now. Got your heated and air conditioned seats on both sides. I'll show you some of these displays up here. You can see it's on the fuel economy right now and distance to empty, but you can go up. You got different gauges, compass. Got Got different apps. It'll show you your if you're angled up or down or side to side. Hook your trailer up. Just got all different kinds of stuff you can scroll through. Even has a fresh oil change. Obviously this truck has been well maintained. Next service 5/21/17, so it's got like maybe a few hundred miles on the oil change, and before that it had one. I mean, this truck's clearly been kept, just extremely well serviced. I don't know if you can see it back there, but there's the power sliding rear window. Got your dual sunglasses holders, extra 12-volt outlet, 12-volt outlets on both sides. Down in here you can pull out these inserts, so it makes it easier to wash stuff out, or you can pull the whole thing out for more storage. Throw my keys back in. It's got extra power outlets inside here. This little tray will come out, so you can see the deep well socket. You can put your change in there. You can see the steering wheel, just perfect. The only thing I'll nitpick, there's 2 or 3 little rock pecks. I don't even know if you can see them. They're so tiny, but no cracks or anything, so we're not going to worry about it. If it bugs you, we can get a new windshield for $125. So, you know, if you want us to do that, we can. Doesn't cost much. You can see up here, dash has no cracks. Now you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. Now you can see our street is freshly paved, which doesn't really make sense because the pavement wasn't that bad to begin with, and this road that it runs into looks like they picked it up out of Syria and set it back down over here. It's got so many holes in it, but I don't understand it. But anyway, one thing you can take away from all these potholes and bumps and ruts I'm running over is that this truck is quiet. It's tight. There's no squeaks, there's no rattles, clunks, thunks, bangs, none of that. When you're in this truck, you'll realize, I mean, it just rides and drives excellent. These 6.7 engines, you can't even hardly tell they're diesels. They're so quiet. They're quieter than 6.4s that were quieter than 6.0s that were quieter than 7.3s. They keep getting quieter. It just can't hardly tell it's a diesel till you get on the power, in which case you'll know real quick because it's got a ton of power. Doesn't pull to the left or right. When I let go of the steering wheel, it tracks straight. You can see. Doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes. If you want to fly in, drive this truck home, you can. I would not hesitate to get in this truck and drive it anywhere. I mean, I load my family and kids up and hit the road because there's no issues on this truck. We haven't found anything that doesn't work on it. It's just, you know, if we said it had 75,000 miles or heck, even 30 or 40,000 miles, you believe us. It's really that clean. And usually, you know, stuff always looks better in the pictures and the video than it does in person, but this is the rare exception where when you see this truck, you'll be amazed at just how nice it is. It's obviously been babied by somebody and just spent its time riding up and down the interstate or something. But anyway, like Dad said, it has been DPF deleted. What that is, the DPF is the diesel particulate filter, aka the soot filter, and that fluid you have to add to these trucks, the regen fluid, is what cleans it. Well, we got rid of all that, so what that does is you don't have to buy that fluid anymore, so you don't have to worry about getting stuck out in the middle of nowhere out of fluid and the truck shutting itself down. Plus, you pick up a few miles per gallon on the fuel economy because you've taken a gigantic restriction out of the exhaust, and you pick up power. Now this truck stock is 400 horsepower, which, believe me, is plenty. But by deleting the DPF, you have the option. You can leave it stock if you want to. Right now, we've got this truck on a tow tune, and that adds about 75-80 horsepower to the engine, maximizes fuel economy, maximizes torque versus horsepower, and you can tell in the exhaust we have the smoke turned down. But we can put it wherever you want it. So if you want it cranked up, we can turn it as high as 550, 600 horsepower, and we can turn the smoke up. If you're not familiar with that, just get on YouTube and search roll coal and you'll know what we're talking about. Or we can set it to where it only smokes when you give it gas in a certain manner, which is the way I usually like them, because if somebody's riding your bumper, you can tap the throttle a couple times and trust me, they'll get off your bumper quick. But it's entirely up to you. We will put it wherever you want it. And believe it or not, the power level setting doesn't really affect the fuel economy that much. I mean, maybe a ½ mile per gallon difference at that. It's, you know, unless you're just beating on it and rawhiding it around, the fuel economy doesn't really change that much, I guess, because you're not giving it as much throttle to get the desired acceleration. So it's just how that works with diesels. On gas burners, more power equals less fuel mileage, but not the case with these diesel trucks. Going down the road, this truck is quiet. There's not a bunch of wind noise. Let's see. Cruise works. I just turned the cruise on. You see that little green light down at the bottom left. Now I turn it off. And you can see it's showing 18 miles per gallon right now. And believe me, I don't baby my trucks around when I'm driving them. So you can probably squeeze out more like 20 if you're drive a little more conservatively than I do and don't run 80 and 85. But it's also got the tow haul mode, got the manual shift mode. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Anyway, you can see I can put the shifter down. You can see all the gears. It'll show in orange what gear I'm in. But if I want to, like I can lock out 6th, or I can lock out 5th. I can lock out whatever gears I want, which is handy when you're towing or you're in stop and go traffic and you don't want it shifting up and down. This is where I leave my truck because you can see what gear you're in. But if you're towing, you can, you know, lock out whatever gears, or you can put it in full manual mode and just shift it yourself with the plus and minus buttons. So you got that option too. Now, if you're like most of our customers and you're up north or in the Midwest, that's where most of our buyers are from, and they're buying from us because we got good deals and we got rust-free trucks. So if you don't have time to fly or drive down to Mississippi and pick up a truck, well, don't let the idea of shipping one intimidate you or scare you or whatever, because we are now set up we can arrange the shipping for you. So if you look around online at these pricing quotes for shipping, don't let those quotes scare you off, because depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as half off, depending on how much, like I said, depending on how much of a hurry you're in. And the way we do that is, most of these guys you find online, they're not shippers. They don't have a fleet of trucks out on the road. They're just brokers. They charge hundreds of dollars and call it a deposit, and all they really do is post your shipment on this one website that's not open to the public, that all the brokers and the truck drivers and everybody uses to find their loads, and they just put it on there, and then they tell you, well, pay the driver this much. Well, that much you pay the driver is really all it costs to ship your vehicle. The rest just went in the broker's pocket. So we've cut out the middleman. We will post it for you at no charge to our customers, or even if you don't buy from us, we'll post it at a little small charge, 50 bucks. But either way, you're going to save all that hundreds of dollars you'd have paid a broker just for the typing a few mouse clicks, and we'll get you the wholesale rate on shipping. We'll post it on there, and it may be as quick as the same day. It may take a week or so, but we'll find somebody will contact us that's in our area, that's headed your way, and we'll arrange the shipping for you. And all you do is, when the vehicle's dropped off, you pay the driver, and that's it. We don't get a cut or anything. It's just as a courtesy to our customers. We pay all the fees associated with being on that website. Just a way to make things smoother for the people that are buying our vehicles. So if you're interested, shoot me a text or an email with your zip code, and I'll get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. Or if you're near Atlanta or Dallas or pretty much anywhere in the state of Florida, we can get you a real good deal on shipping. So again, just contact me about that. Or if you have any questions about the truck, contact me. Like I said, it's pretty much stock, other than it's got the DPF delete and it's got a little 2-inch leveling kit just to give it the right stance. And all that does is pick the front end up 2 inches. It leaves the back stock, so instead of having the front sit lower than the back, it makes it all sit level. So it doesn't really raise the height of the truck. The cab is basically the same height. All you've done is pick the front end up to where it's sitting level with the rear end. But if you have any questions about that, or the delete, or the tune, or shipping, or about the truck in general, want to make an offer, want to talk price, any of that, just give me a call. My phone number is 601-376-9869. You're welcome to text me. If I don't answer the phone, shoot me a text. I don't have voicemail for a reason, so if I don't answer, text me. If you have any questions, I want to show you, we've been driving over 10 minutes and you can see no lights lit on the dash. You know, it's easy to kill a light, take a picture, and say, oh, no lights on. But if you got a problem and it's not fixed, then after you start driving it, that light's going to come right back on. So that's why we like to show the dash after we've been driving a little while, so you can see there's no engine lights or brake lights or ABS lights or airbag lights or any other kind of lights lit on it that shouldn't be lit. So once again, if you have any questions, call me, 376-9869. Otherwise, we appreciate you watching our video and taking the time to hear everything we had to say about this truck. And we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you. One last thing I did forget to point out, you can see got your backup camera, comes on automatic when you put it in reverse, and then when you put it back in drive, it goes back off. Put it back in reverse, you can see got the little sight lines and stuff. All that works just like it should. Thanks again.